What's up, y'all? Today I'm going to teach you how to do the toe side, front side 720 behind the boat. Before we get this video started, I just want to say this video is sponsored by Hyperlight Wakeboards, Centurion boats, and Jet Pilot life jackets. The tricks you will want to know how to do before attempting this trick are basically just the toe side, front side 540 and also a toe side, front side 360. I do have a tutorial for both of these tricks on the channel, so feel free to head on over and check them out. Something that will help you save a lot of time when learning this trick would be doing a ton of toe side, front side 360s landing wrapped. Really try and do them as late as possible or do them as early as possible, or just learn how to land and get away from it no matter how sketchy you are. And then whenever you do try the toe 7, it might be a bit easier. I'm only saying this because whenever I learned a toe 7, I never learned a toe 3, so it took me a really long time to land it. The approach you're going to want to take when learning this trick is probably being about halfway to 3/4 away from the wake as you possibly can, and then taking a nice progressive medium-ish edge back in towards the wakes. Now that you're on that progressive medium-ish edge back in towards the wakes, you're just going to want to make sure you edge all the way through the very top of the wake. Make sure you're nice and squatted, and as you're hitting the peak of the jump, you're just going to want to really give it a solid push off the top of the wake. And once you've released, really just take that handle and start pulling it over to your rear hip just like you would on a toe 5 to get that rotation started. Now that you've gotten your rotation started just like you would on your toe 5, just make sure you keep ripping that handle all the way to your lower back. Really reach for it with your front hand again. And now that you have passed the handle, instead of sort of slowing down at that 5 mark, you're really going to want to take this handle and rip it into your rear hand once again as soon as you possibly can, just to make sure you have enough time to finish up that toe 7. Now that you've gotten that handle back into your rear hand, the rest of the trick is really similar to a toe 3. Just continue pulling that handle over towards your lower back. You don't want to rotate too much or you may slip on your butt. Really just try and finish the trick a little bit more than 90 and really just push that handle against your lower back. Bend your knees on impact going down the other side of the wake. Make sure you get your chest over your toes and just ride away from the wakes on your toes. The main mistake I see people doing whenever they do the toe 7 is they sort of just like slip on their butt. A lot of times I sort of see people like rushing the trick almost, and this almost forces their board to almost get out in front of them and sort of ahead of their body. So they will finish up the 720 in enough time, but their body will almost be behind the board and they're never up forward on top of it. So every single time they'll end up slipping on their butt. To fix this, really just take a step back and kind of just slow down a bit. Really just try and keep your body on top of your board, or really just try and have a solid axis. And once you've done this, it might be a bit easier to keep that chest over your toes on the landing, and it'll be a lot easier to ride away. Another thing that could help with slipping on your butt would be trying to spin a little bit less than 720 and sort of pivoting that last bit of rotation on the wake. Sometimes this helps with blind landings, but it also could put you at more risk for catching a back edge. But I do find that whenever I do land like this, my blind landings are a lot more consistent. I'm just going to give you a quick little summary of the entire trick. You're going to want to get about halfway to 3/4 of the way away from the wakes as possible. Take a nice medium progressive edge back in towards the wakes. You're going to want to be kind of squatted and edge all the way through the very top of the wake, and about at the top of the wake you're going to want to make sure you stand tall, really push off the top of the wake to get that straight up, straight down pop. As you release from the top of the wake, make sure you take that handle and really rip it over to your rear hip to initiate that first toe side 540 rotation. As you're coming around, make sure you grab it with your rear hand again, pull again just like you would on a toe side, front side 360. Get that handle nice and close to your lower back, that chest over your toes, bend your knees on impact, and ride away from the boat on your toes. That's how you do the Toeside frontside 720. If you guys like this video, make sure you give me a thumbs up. Comment below what kind of videos you guys want to see in the future, or what kind of tricks you guys want to learn next. And remember, I'll be uploading a wakeboarding video every second day forever. So make sure you guys subscribe. I'll see y'all next time. Peace!